Coach Prime is teaming up with Aflac to get more HBCU players drafted into the NFL. We're going to talk about it and what I think he should do to kind of booster this effort right after the bumper. Stay tuned. What's good people? What is good people? My name is JeffLightsyJr. here with the Black Boss channel and Victory Formation. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload every single day. Now, Coach Prime is doing his part to get folks drafted into the NFL once again, and not just folks and young men out of Jackson State, but all across the HBCU landscape. He has teamed up with one of his brand partners, Aflac, to do just that. Let's take a look at the promo that was put out from Coach Prime and Aflac and see, what it has to say. Now, this is via Coach Prime's Twitter, as you see the official Coach Prime right there. And let's take a listen.
I'm sure you heard that the South has something to say. Well, today HBCUs have something to say. And me and my friends at Aflac, baby, we brought the megaphone. Over the past 2 years, only one HBCU player has been drafted. One. But that ends today. We watched all the tape. We looked at all the numbers. And now Aflac and I are ready to stand in the gap. We're proud to introduce Prime Prospects, our list of the top league-ready HBCU prospects. Let's go.
Prime Prospects presented by Aflac and Coach Prime. I like the concept, because anything that can help the young men at the HBCUs get to the NFL, get an opportunity to play professional football, I'm all for. Because we know over the last, as he said, over the last few years, nobody has been able to, nobody's been drafted. Only one player of the last 2 years been drafted to the NFL. It isn't the way it should be. And there's been plenty of prospects, plenty of great talent. Hell, we've seen Titus Howard out of Alabama State, offensive lineman, get drafted in the first round just in 2019. So you can't tell me the talent isn't there. We've seen what Travis Hunter was able to do at the Jackson State spring game. You can't tell me the talent isn't there. We've seen Darius Leonard and other folks go on to be highly successful recently, not just the old school days, not just the Jerry Rices and the old Walter Paytons back then. We're talking about, 2019, 2018, like more recent players go on to have great success. And I love everything about this because it's going to put a spotlight on a group of young men who deserve recognition that just aren't getting what they deserve. This is great. I'm interested to see how they do this. I'm interested to see, what the Prime Prospects actually do, because we know over the course of the last year, we've seen a bunch of different avenues be created to do this exact same thing. We saw the HBCU Combine that was created recently. We saw the HBCU Legacy Bowl that was created recently, all in efforts to get HBCU players drafted into the NFL. Now, another thing that I wanted to point out, because I really like these guys over here, this is a tweet that I put out because I think that Coach Prime and Aflac might need some help. Coach Prime is running his own program. Aflac, those guys are dealing with insurance and stuff. So I, just gave a suggestion on who I think whoever's running the Prime Prospects should reach out to. This was a tweet that I put out shortly after that video was put out. I said, hey, I think Prime and Aflac should tap in with my guys over at Draft HBCU to make sure this list is valid. Now, I'm not saying Coach Prime don't have an eye for talent. I'm not saying whoever's going to be on this staff can't go out and pick, the best talent out of the HBCU. But this is what these young men do. This is what the Draft HBCU guys do. It says Draft HBCU players, the premier page for HBCU talent in history. Draft HBCU, they got all their stuff. I had Malik from Draft HBCU on my platform, on my show. And let me tell you, my man's broke it all the way down. He broke it all the way down. I had him on there to talk about the video game. He talked about scouting, going out there and what he looks for in players, how he's able to evaluate players, et cetera, et cetera. He broke it all the way down. And not to mention they have a video game coming out in May. They have a video game that will star HBCU teams with HBCU players coming out this May. So don't forget to go get that. So draft HBCU. Those are the guys I would like. Now, I don't know if it'll happen, but I would love if Aflac, Prime Prospects, Coach Prime, and everybody else that is involved with the Prime Prospects aspect would reach out to the guys over at Draft HBCU, because I think this is a prime opportunity. I think it's just another thing to help in a way that for young men that need help. Like I said, the HBCU Combine, great idea. The HBCU Legacy Bowl, great idea. The Senior Bowl stuff with all that had invited HBCU players, and the Combine was in connection with the Senior Bowl. Great idea. I love everything about it. Now we need more young men from HBCUs invited to the big combine, the real combine in Indianapolis. We need more young men invited to the Senior Bowl, the Reese's Senior Bowl in Mobile, like not just at the combine, but actually playing in the game, not just at the HBCU combine, but also at the real combine in Indianapolis. And I think we'll continue to see an influx of talent choose HBCUs, and that talent, whether it's via transfer portal or right out of high school, and then that subsequent talent being drafted into the NFL. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Once again, my name is JeffLightsyJr. with theblackbosschannel.com. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, JeffLightsy Jr. Hit that thumbs up button. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JLightsy7. I post content on there all the time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button on your way out, and I will see you next time. Peace.